Let's have a little trip round the greenhouse. One of the greenhouses. This is the conophytum house which I use to grow the conophytums. Beautiful plants. As it's a general trip, I'm not going to go too close on any one particular plant. They are in the semi-resting state. So obviously there's no flowers at this stage. There may be a few remnants on the ends, or the ones at the back there. There's some conos in pots. Yeah, these are conophytums. Beautiful clumps. They're years and years old, some of these. Majority were grown from seed, either seed that I've raised or seed that has been obtained through the MSG, the Mesembs study group, which is based in England. It's a worldwide membership. Excuse a little plug. Anyone interested in these plants would certainly benefit by joining them. And I can certainly recommend them, the MSG, Mesembs study group. Having mentioned different cactus societies and cacti societies in England, the BCSS in America, Germany, Holland. In fact, there's a society more or less in every principal country. I'm just giving us a general trip round the conos. Please excuse any mess. This is winter time, so the greenhouse is stuffed with other plants out of the garden on the floor. The heaters have been put in case we get cold winter. We probably will. Always have heaters, those belt and braces. We have several heaters in here. If one packs up, I can switch over to another one. Although these will take a temperature down to, I would say, freezing in some cases, but it's not advisable. But on the other hand, don't make them too warm because they don't like it. Some of the areas where they come from in South Africa, they experience very, very cold nights. As I say, on all these plants in the garden or anywhere, please comment, ask questions. I will certainly try to answer them. Underneath the staging we have some plants of epiphyllums. These are the orchid cacti. You've got a mesem there. Don't look too much at the mess. Sprayer and various things. Another little plug, if you want a good sprayer, that's the one to go for. It's in that box. It's a French one. Excellent they are. Coming over further at the end, I've got the grow light above some young conophytum seeds. That's the grow light itself. It's in two colours. They call it red and blue. It's in fact, it's a warm white and a cool white, which covers the spectrum needs for these plants. Might not look too beautiful at the moment, but believe me, these are all hundreds of seedlings, all waiting to be pricked out. These are all from seeds that have been raised. As I do say, please excuse any mess. We have a fan going just to keep the air circulating round. This cuts down on any mildew. A few of the other pans. Plants in here are numerous species of Mesembs. At this stage I'll not go into it, but we will be doing some where we can home in on some of the different species, show them when they're really in their best. At the moment they're at rest in some cases and they look a bit tatty, but they're alive and they're healthy. A few cuttings. Foreground is a Puntia elata that has orange flowers, also known as a Puntia cochinealifera, the species which they used to cultivate the cochineal plants on. That was a source of the red dye cochineal. Pans of Corydoxus peculiaris, plant of Crassula portulaca, the penny plant I think they call it. Over here, I don't know what we're going to find. I've been doing a bit of wiring. There's a couple of screw nuts there, of wire nuts or screwets they call them. I wonder where they were. More peculiaris, some more Corydoxus, different species, some conos in pots. These are all plants that have got to be sorted out, potted on. Another one there. This is a thermometer which goes into the propagator. Some cacti, mammillaria and agave. Foreground we have a Puntia subulata on the right and a Puntia flacosus on the left. The plant in the front is a sand dollar cactus, Astrophytum asterius. It's a very old plant which I rescued from a collection a while back, so it's slowly coming back to life. Astrophytum asterius. And to finish off with a trip in this greenhouse, we have the propagator which I modified. The name is Warwick. Very, very good propagators these were. I don't know, I can't even, the name's just showing up there, Warwick. They're well made. It did have a top to it which became damaged, so I replaced it. It's got a tray there. Under that tray you've got an element which is controlled by a thermostat. You slide some glass over the top. Where that is, you put a sheet of glass over it. You've got lights above it. These lamps I have actually shown on YouTube. They produce a grow lux type of light, and hopefully the plants will grow well. Anyway, that's all for this greenhouse. We are again. This is in yet another greenhouse, and I can hear the neighbour's cat has just come to see me. If he comes in, I'll show him to you. Here we have a mixture of Mesembs. You can probably hear him meowing. He's not my cat, he's the neighbour's cat. There he is. I know that'll please quite a few of you. Beautiful cat. Goes. Anyhow, getting back to the plants, it's just a general one, so names are not, I'm not sort of pointing on any particular plant at this stage, just a general overview of the plants. Once again, excuse the mess because it is winter time and a lot of the plants are just crowded in for protection. Stomatiums are these plants which I'm coming up to now. A stoma means a mouth. It refers to the shape of the leaves when they're young as they come out. Stomatium, it means mouth-like. Stomata means a breathing port. It's all connected with the word mouth. Surprising, these Greek and Latin derivations, how they describe what the plant looks like. Loads of examples like this, but these, as I say, are all stomatiums, different species. At the back we have some more plants. We have a large plant there, many years old. That is Euphorbia obesa, and obesa means fat. Euphorbia, and the name Euphorbia was from Dr. Euphorbus, going back to the Greek days. Dr. Euphorbus. At the top we have some glotophyllums. Glotti means tongue-like. Glotti means anything to do with tongues. That's a Coreopsis, a Gibeum, another species of Gibeum, Glottis. Here was me saying I wasn't going to concentrate on any one particular plant. Sorry about that, I do get carried away. These are beautiful plants. We've got a large mammillaria down the bottom there. Some lithops in pots, which will be ready to go to any boot sales I might do. I do sell at boot sales as well. Mainly buy stuff though, as you probably all know by now. A couple of mammillaria. Rebutia, I think that is Rebutia. Another Glottophyllum. Aloniopsis shunesii, another interesting mesem. At the back we have Testudinaria elephantipes with its growth on the top. That is actually in growth now. It can grow at any time. Round the base we have some Mexican cacti. In the front there we have Lophophora. A not so good looking Ariocarpus. There's another Glotti going mad on the left hand side. Next to it we have a plant called Phocea edulis. You have to be careful how you say that name. Phocea edulis. Similar growth to the Testudinaria. Parallel evolution. Coming round the other side, two large pots of Herianthus mayeri, which has been renamed Conophytum herii, or was it mayeri? I can't remember. The names are always being changed and I just can't keep up with it. But they're two nice large sized plants. At the back we have Neonerytica cibetii. That's a sweet scented plant when it flowers in the summertime. As I say, so many plants, some looking good, some not looking too good. The plant we have there is a Fenestraria. Once again, the Latin fenes meaning window-like, and it refers to the top of the leaves, which I don't know if you can really see it there, but it has like a window. Where these grow naturally, they grow buried with just the tips of the leaves showing above ground, where they filter the very strong sunlight into the plant itself. In this country you have to grow them, well, like this, where the leaves are fully exposed. You've got another plant at the back there, which is a Sericlames species. Cero means wax, referring to, I think, the the way they form on the leaves. Sera meaning wax, Seric lames, probably Pachyphylla. Pleistopelos. So many plants. The bottom shelf we have mainly Chirodopsis. Some of the names have changed here. There's one used to be called Chirodopsis candidissima, which has changed its name. It's a shame really, but there we are. It's all to do with the original naming. If a plant was named previously, that name has to take priority. Well, there we are. We're just about seen all in here. I welcome comments, questions, because it all helps. It all adds to the interest. As I say, excuse the mess underneath, as I store other plants over winter. Also boxes with various bits and bobs in. That box has my pond filter in it. That's another heater. A good old fan, which is most important. They do provide air circulation, which is essential. Anyhow, that concludes this greenhouse. We'll take another look at one of the other greenhouses next.